A panic attack is a sudden flooding of overwhelming fear and anxiety that can make you think you're dying or going crazy. When panic attacks become a disorder, they cause much distress, make your world smaller, affect your functioning, and can completely take over your life as you live in dread of the next one. Panic attacks can be terrifying, but in reality, they're only paper tigers. They seem ferocious, but they can hurt you. Panic attacks have various causes. You may have been born with a poorly calibrated threat detector in your lower brain, like a faulty smoke detector that goes off when you open the bathroom door after a steamy shower. Or they may be triggered by conscious or unconscious memories of past trauma, such as when your threat detector catches a whiff in Walmart of the cologne worn by the man who abused you as a child, throwing you into a panic, and then you run from the store not knowing why you're running other than from your own fear. Or they may be caused by your own catastrophic thinking, such as telling yourself you have cancer when tests have proven you don't. Or they may be caused by a sudden breakthrough of significant repressed pain or stress that no longer can be denied and is now demanding your attention. Antidepressant medications can help in some of these situations by raising the threshold of your threat detector. In addition, research with fMRIs, special MRIs for the brain, has shown that practicing mindfulness can also calm an overactive threat detector, while at the same time helping you see the truth of your panic attacks. That although they seem ferocious, they're only paper tigers that cannot hurt you. Panic attacks draw their power from your fear of them. The more you fear them, the more power they hold over you. Often the first panic attack seems to come out of nowhere, and because it's terrifying, you become so fearful of having another that you begin avoiding anything you associate with the panic attack, such as situations or body symptoms. For example, if the first panic occurred when driving, you may avoid driving. Or if you associate a heaviness in your chest with your first panic attack, you may become hypervigilant about such symptoms, and if one of them appears, you might actually throw yourself into a panic attack. Fear of having more panic attacks can take over your life. You begin avoiding situations and obsessively focusing on body symptoms to the point that you're in a constant state of fear and paralysis, unable to feel safe or even function. But you are not powerless. Panic disorder is treatable. You can learn to manage your panic attacks and find your way back to a good life. Here are some suggestions towards that end. Suggestion number 1. If you haven't already been diagnosed with panic attacks or a panic disorder, then see your doctor to rule out any physical conditions that could be causing the symptoms. You can't assume they're panic attacks until your doctor tells you that's what they are. Panic attacks develop abruptly, peak within 10 minutes, and usually don't last longer than 20 to 30 minutes. It's important that you believe your doctor's diagnosis of panic attacks or panic disorder. So when your panicky mind tries to tell you it's something more dangerous, you won't believe it. Suggestion number 2. Educate yourself about panic attacks so you clearly understand they're not a danger to you, but rather paper tigers that appear threatening and ferocious, but in fact cannot hurt you. Remember, it is your fear of panic attacks that gives them so much power. If you are able to mindfully accept them for what they are, just uncomfortable feelings like harmless gas pains, and then use your coping skills to calm yourself down, the anxiety will soon subside and you'll be just fine. With this understanding of panic attacks, there's no reason to fear them any more than gas pains. Learning to accept your panic attacks without fear is the key to managing them. The less you fear them, the less intense and frequent they will be. Suggestion number 3. If body symptoms such as shortness of breath, pressure in your chest, racing heart, or tingling sensations are a trigger for panic, do not obsess on them. Just accept them as your body's reaction to stress. The more you obsess on them, the worse the symptoms will become, and the scarier the stories and images in your head will be, which then become a self-fulfilling prophecy that creates the panic attack. Instead, you should calm yourself by focusing on your breathing, getting out of the what-if thinking, and reminding yourself the truth of a panic attack. It's just a paper tiger that cannot hurt you. If you'd like help in learning to manage anxiety and panic, then visit my website, serenityonlinetherapy.com, to learn more about me and the online services I provide. If you found this video helpful, please click the thumbs up button. And if you want to hear more from me, then click the subscribe button at the bottom right corner of the screen. I'll be publishing at least one new video every month. And finally, keep paying attention to your life. Until next time.